All right, today we're going to discuss the concept of negotiation. Now, negotiation is simply a strategic discussion aimed to resolve an issue. You understand? I know a lot of people have talked about this negotiation, how to negotiate, when to negotiate, principles of negotiation, but today's topic is unique. We're going to talk about how to negotiate with people that don't really want to negotiate, or maybe you also don't want to negotiate. Maybe afraid of negotiation because you feel like you want to take anything that comes your way the way it is. No, negotiation is very paramount. It's very important as a business person, even as an individual. So today I'm going to take you on that journey on few tips on what to consider or the skills you need to strike negotiation where negotiation is not allowed or where people don't want to negotiate because in business your customers might want to give you an offer and expect you to take it the way it is. Sometimes they will tell you this is all we have to give, so they are saying that so that I don't negotiate. Sometimes we go to market and this same things happen in the market where they will tell you this is the last price, especially in our local market in Nigeria. You understand? But this principle is global. It's global. They'll tell you this is the price of this. That's why when you go to superstores and all those big stores, they tell you they put price tag on goods so that you don't get to price. And that is actually they're telling you stay away from negotiation here. That is conditioning you to accepting what they've given to you. But today, let's look at the tips on how to negotiate when your customers don't want to negotiate. Number one, learn the act of using silence and confidence. You, in the case of negotiation, silence is very important. A lot of people might say, why will you keep silence when you're on a negotiation table? No, you're not keeping silence on negotiation table. You're doing more of silence. You understand? You can ask few questions, then keep quiet and wait for them to respond. In my business as a master of ceremony, I've actually seen that a lot where silence has paid. You understand? Sometimes they just send you a message via email or via voice note giving you their own offer. You will relate with me that this is reality. That when they post such offer to you, what you're going to do is keep quiet, listen to it, let them know that you have seen it. Keep quiet, do not respond to them on time. Just hold on. You can go ahead and be doing other things. But trust me, you just sent a message to their heart. Now they will be thinking that you have rejected the offer since you didn't jump into replying on time. You rejected the offer. And when they finish calculating debt within themselves, they'll find a way to sweeten the offer. They were bringing in better offer to you. If you also listen to their voice note or view their email and acknowledge that you've seen it and you still keep quiet, you didn't say anything, they will have to call you. Trust me. You are putting fear in them. You are putting concern in them that what they are offering is not good enough. Even though if it is good enough for you, do not show it. Some days ago, a client of mine called me and said, MC, I want you to offer me to render me your services at so and so amount of dollar. And I listened to the message very well. I saw it. In fact, he knew that I've read the message, but I kept quiet. That amount of money was awesome. It was great. I loved the amount of money, but since I've learned these rules of negotiation, I decided not to show my excitement. I kept quiet. He now later called me on the phone and said, I know what I gave to you is too small, you understand, but let me just add so amount of dollar to it. And it was exciting. My silence was pain. It was pain. I know a lot of people might want to dispute this fact and I say, what if you're just starting your business as a startup entrepreneur? That's good. That's good. You can actually apply it. It works for everybody. Then number two, know what you want to offer and what you cannot offer. Know what you can offer and what you cannot offer. Because if you know your value and what you can offer in that contract or in that business proposal, you actually negotiate well. Because if they're telling you are offering you this amount of money and not this amount of money, you will know that what you are offering is higher than what they are paying or even lower than what you're paying. The knowledge of knowing what you can offer and what you cannot offer will give you confidence on the negotiation table. The next step, the next skill is do not let anybody talk you down on a negotiation table. A lot of people assassinate character a lot. They want to talk you down, beat your ego down, talk you down and make you feel low self-esteem or feel less important. They want to, it happens all the time in negotiation table where they want to make you feel like it's a privilege. They're giving you a privilege. But do not dance to that tune. Do not dance to that tune. If such comes up, don't be afraid to walk away. Go ahead. Walk away. You have that right. Nobody's going to stop you from walking away from a negotiation table. You have that right to do that. Then the next thing you need to know is to not be too desperate. Desperation is very dangerous. Trust me. A lot of people are desperate about proposal when they see the offer in it. They feel like, man, I need to grab this. This might be the last opportunity coming my way this particular season. Do not act like that. A negotiation does not act like that. A negotiation does not show his does not show that he's desperate about anything. Yeah, he take out his time to analyze it. It might be interesting, but as a good negotiation, I'm telling you, this skill is very important. These are not tips, these are prescription. You need to stick to them for it to be a good negotiation, a good negotiator. You understand? Do not feel too desperate and oh, the offer is sweet. Let me just jump into it and cash out and move. Let's they give it to another person. Are you aware that you're not the only one in that business? For them to contact you, it simply means they've contacted other persons. Or they must have sat on a round table and discussed about who and who do we choose for this particular contract. And lucky enough, you fell into into the decision into the best position for that job or that contract or that proposal. You understand? That's why they are talking to you, or else they won't talk to you. There's no business that doesn't have competition in the market. We're not operating a monopoly system in the world entirely. No matter the kind of business you do, there are people doing the same business with you. So when the offer comes, don't feel too desperate. Tell them, negotiate very well. Tell them this is what I can take and this is what I can't. All right, the next point is always establish a deadline on a negotiation. Establish a deadline because people might want to drag this negotiation for a very long time. Establish a deadline when you're negotiating with your customers. I'm a master of ceremony. I go for many events, all types of events. I've been to wedding ceremonies, receptions, precisely, housewarming party, a whole lot of party birthdays, and a whole lot of parties. I actually see these things happen. You understand? Where people will start up a negotiation and they actually want to drag it till close to the date of the event. Even in my business, I also offer other services too. They tell you, we want your services at this level. We want to actually pay you so and so amount of money, and you guys are negotiating the price. All of a sudden, they use silence against, just like I said in the first point, use silence against you. And you have to tell them, I have a deadline for all my negotiation. If you don't end the negotiation so and so days, so and so thing will happen. Let it be that there's something that will happen if they don't end the negotiation. If you don't pay me in advance by so and so day, I will take up another offer. Take up another offer. That's business. It goes down like that. But if you don't establish those deadlines, people might drag you, and they want to weaken you. They want you to actually give up or compromise to their offer. My name is MC Johnson. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's MC Johnson. All right, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. This is MC Johnson. Like my video. If you want to share, can go ahead and share. Also comment on my video. If there's any other skill you think you know that I've not mentioned, you can go ahead, go down to the comment section and make your comment. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. As I come up with more tips on other interesting subjects that will get your attention. Once again, have a lovely day ahead.